What's up, everybody? Sorry for the lack of updates. Been really busy with work, but now it's spring break and I have plenty of time to play with the car and get it ready to go for TX2K this week. I'll be competing in the roll race competition on Thursday and Friday, so make sure you come down and check out the car, tell me what's up. If you have any questions, come down and let me know. Last year I did not have such a good year, although the car did qualify with a track speed of 175, which wasn't the greatest. It's done better than that before. The previous year that I won, the car trapped 177 several times and right on the fence of 178. This year with the changes, I expect it to be in the 180s. It has better valve train, it's making a little bit more power, better power band, it's lighter, several different things have changed. But like I said, I think the car has potential to go in the 180s. Somewhere in the low 180s, I would hope. Never know, might be able to crack a 185 or 184 or something like that. But I think that is a great level to be very competitive this year at the roll race. So we'll see what happens and see how that goes. But since the last video, I've had the car, the hot side of the turbo kit off. I went ahead and retorqued the heads since having it on the dyno and doing those test hits. So I went over the heads, put everything back together, took my time, replaced a few little things here and there that needed replacing, tidied up some of the wiring, just to get things out of the way to make sure that there's no potential for anything to have been overlooked. You know, new plugs, the normal, change the oil and things of that nature. So only have a couple of things left on my checklist. One will be getting an alignment tomorrow, and the other I'll show you in just a second. But yeah, so I will definitely be down there in Houston competing, so make sure you come by and say hello, and I'm going to show you what the other thing is that I need to get fixed. So check this out. So as I was had the car on the dyno, and with the new exhaust setup, right, I've had these two rock chips on my hood, or on my windshield here, probably for at least 10 years, and that was actually from chasing a Hayabusa when I was racing one time. Anyhow, so I got those two rock chips when it wasn't a big deal. They never spread or really went anywhere. As you can see, like this one never went anywhere. It just stayed there. Anyhow, so as I was at the car on the dyno, the flame in combination of how loud it is, it's so loud when it backfires, especially inside of the dyno room, it went ahead and decided to crack the rest of my windshield. I'm not sure if you can see this on camera or not, but it cracked the rest of my windshield, and I'm not sure if everyone knows, but a Z06 windshield is pretty pricey because of the heads-up display, and in this particular generation, it was a slightly thinner window for weight savings, which to me is not that big a deal when you're making this kind of power. So anyhow, so I gotta go get that fixed up tomorrow. Going to one of my buddy's places. I'll try to get some footage of that as well. As you can see, motor's all back intact, turbo kit's back on. Already drove the car around, it's doing good. I'm gonna show you guys the inside of the car because I've had some people online that were curious about checking out the inside of the car. So let me show you what that looks like. It's pretty basic. There's not much change. I've tried to keep this car as original as possible. So as you look here, it is pretty basic. I do have some racing seats inside of it. Let's see what else. There's my fancy engine management, which is not really much. I just have air fuel ratio and a pretty simple AEM true boost controller. So low boost, high boost. This is the switch that I use. That little red switch is what I flip for high boost and low boost. I do a lot of it by feel. I mean, I have the settings set where I need them and I adjust them accordingly, but that is pretty much it. I don't have any fancy Pro EFI, or I don't have Holly or anything on there. And majority of the reason for that is because it's so damn expensive, one, and two, there's no plug and play harness for the C506. So all the wiring would have to be done by hand, which is fine, but the integration and trying to get everything to work like it does from the factory is a daunting task. Although there's some companies out there that have done it and have flex fuel on these cars and everything. I know Vengeance Racing is one of them. They've integrated a lot of aftermarket computers, but on C5s, it's not very common to see people who have aftermarket ECUs, Pro EFI, or anything like that managing the car with the factory gauges. Cletus, his car, Leroy's got everything, but again, I mean, the car's stripped, there's nothing on it, so it's not a very common thing to see C5s with Pro EFI and things of that nature. So I've always kept it meat and potatoes. It works. It's been fast for a really long time. Maybe one day a company will jump in and want to toss in a Pro EFI or a Holly or something like that, and I'll put it on. But until then, I'm gonna keep racing it the way it is. It's been working great for years, so I'm sure it'll be competitive again this year. So I'll leave you with this. I have some of the dyno footage in case you didn't see it on Instagram. Let you check that out. I have some random bloopers of some little test stuff that I've been doing. I'll either put that in this video or the next one. And then later this week, I will do my best to have day-by-day updates on qualifying, and then hopefully on eliminations, I can make it some rounds. So see you next time. Appreciate it.